Good Wednesday evening. Welcome to another broadcast of the American Ricci Mahjong League. Nathaniel here for a round 3 session, joined by the 2026 PML Invitational winner, ID. Welcome once again.
Hello, Nathaniel. Thank you for the introduction. Yep, I'm still here in SF. I'm a little bit sick, but we're gonna, have some fun. Commentate C1. It's gonna be fun. And I get to see some players that we don't usually see.
Absolutely. It should be a good time. We've got Helorian. Brendan will be our first dealer. Actually, a player that's pretty local to me, so I'm pretty excited to watch his action. On the right, Blaine, also a streamer and Midwest area region player. Could be a lot of fun to watch him play as well. Across the table, we have Nicholas, and on the left, Josue, who's currently second in the division. So we'll see if he can take over that top spot in a couple games here. We are underway. Brendan, as the first dealer, opens up with three even Gammon shapes, 6-7 so can accept the 8 so Dora. A number of honor tiles to work through. Not a bad start though. On the right, Blaine moving towards a sort of Pinhu type hand, looking towards the sequences, but can slam any Ricci surely. Across the table, one Dora in that hand, maybe a full straight to be found in the pin tiles. On the left, Josue with a pretty average looking high pie towards a Ricci.
We'll see if they're able to get that Ricci. The dealer not too close to 10 by just yet. I think no one has. Yeah, that's too quick. The Dora is the 8 so the dealer could use 2 copies of it for a very valuable hand.
Yeah, I was actually just looking at that myself. 6-7-7-9, not the grandest shape of all time, especially when you're looking for a pair. You don't really want the 7 so to act as your pair in this situation. So we'll see if we end up using both the 6-7 and 7-9 as 2 sequences that use the 8, or if we end up having to cut away the 9 so and maybe even the 6 so later. Nice draw on the right. Blaine is active, getting quickly to eShop that.
Oh, a very nice draw here for the dealer as well. Chance of Ipeco. And Tanya looks like up in the 9.
Yeah, all across the board, we've seen some nice feels across the table. Nicholas did grab a 7-pin copy. That straight kind of coming together, but
Hopefully with a very interesting hand. It's currently one away from maybe a Sun Uncle.
Yeah, these shapes are a little bit wild. They could be a lot of different things. A 3-mon for Ipeco really solidifies a lot.
Or we can see some more triplets.
Oh no, but the Dora doesn't even hesitate, just throws it right back.
Oh, the dealer does not choose, so it looks like going for a close hand. And it's currently one away. Oh, is this an away?
It is one away, but it's probably going to be a bad weight in the end. And oh, and if the 5 so comes out as well, that's a tile that Brendan really wants but cannot really use so easily. We will see the Ricci from Blaine instantly slams the Ricci, chooses the 4-pin 5 so Shampoo weight. Also had 4 so Kanchan, but that looks pretty weak with 2 copies of the 4 so out. We're going to see the immediate chase after the 3-mon Ipeco draw. It is 3-sided, 9-mon, 3-6 pin.
A pretty good shape here to be chasing with against the Champon, where the 5 so was once caught, and not really a high chance of someone dropping that for the run. And there it is, the 9-1 we're gonna come out. Ricci, Peiko. Do we have any? We're a 1 for 5,200.
There's only one copy.
Hopefully I get a nice head start.
Absolutely. Finds the last 3-pin as the indicator and will get off to that early lead. Now Blaine does have the chance to come back immediately on his dealership and has a really nice starting hand too. Even chooses to get rid of the Dora early on to maximize his chances elsewhere in the hand. There's maybe some Pinhu Ipeco opportunities. You could even turn this into Tanya by cutting the 1-mon pair eventually. But I'm going to skip right across the table to Josue's hand once again because he has a ready-made flush brewing there. Actually choosing to open up here with the 9-mon Chi. locks in the 8-mon pair, looking for the white dragon pawn, and then he will immediately be into tempai for the 3/6 pawn. Ooh, could she this and play towards Itsu as well? The full straight with the 6 pawn draw, and now gets the pawn into tempai. So it is 3 Han on the 3 mon, but will be 4 Han, the Mongon, if he does win on the 6 mon. And Brendan in some trouble here, has both a 3 and a 6 mon floating in hand, but against this flush that has overflowed in the honors twice and in the Manzu once, it really feels like it's a bad idea to drop a Mon tile at this point, so maybe he could hang on.
It's a very nice Shantan shape. Ooh, that's a 4-pin. Gonna keep that. You're just cutting away from the Sunman Chan. It's gonna be very interesting to see when the Richi comes out on the 369. Well, if it does come out on the 369. It looks like it's gonna be instead on the 3-6 pin. So we're just reaching Nomi, but you know, it's a good weight. And there's a player across the table with 3 calls, so.
Ooh, Brendan gets baited a bit by the tile that was safe to the dealer Ricci, but not safe to the open flush. That is the cheap side though, only 3,900, and Josue off to a fantastic start. Picks up another 3,900 points plus the Ricci stick. Looks like we're even going to get the instant replay of that dealing, or that win rather, from Josue. We're moving over 40,000 points now, and we'll be in the dealership of Nicholas.
All right, Dora 2 in the starting hand. Exactly what you want to see. Shapes are not the best, but not the worst. So we'll take that, I think. Dora 2.
A little bit awkward when the Dora is a terminal tile. A lot of times if you have an inside tile Dora too, then you think I can just call for Tanya, but the terminal it's a little bit more difficult. You still have to find a different Yaku, and Ricci is probably going to be the play. If you start to accumulate pairs, there are three pairs in hand. Maybe you think about Chitoy, but that's not really the plan A of the hand.
Does look like we'll have a quick hand here to contest. If Josue can find the east pawn, that'd be a great way to challenge this dealer Dora 2 hand. Though, one not being picked up here by the dealer, and now another two-sided weight here, 7-8, so this hand is developing quite quickly.
And my Sanchoku brain was trying to work things out, but it looks like it's not quite there. I wouldn't mind 5-so, but 9-8-8 is kind of similar. Ooh, Chi. I suspect that was a misclick. We're going to rework.
Oh, the misclick, that was unfortunate, but we might be able to turn this into a June Chan somehow.
It is possible. We would like that 9-pin back, of course, but the call was so quick after the tile came out. It really signals to me like if I was the one who was playing, I would be clicking on the screen time to music or something, and then
it happens.
Accidentally snatch up that 9.
I
So
remember being picked up here for the Kanchan. One step closer to that Tanya Ricci. So have fun here. We can maybe win the ring shot.
That's what I was thinking. You recently had a very funny ring shot clip, actually. For those... Oh, pawn? No.
The ring chin clip.
Yeah, the door pawn there would be quite funny. Everyone would be scrambling to try to figure out the Yaku. And it's super threatening, too, so you might convince players to just fold. Josue considers...
I mean, they might think that it's just an east, like, concealed. Yeah, that would be kind of scary. Might get people to fold. Except, you know, the person who has these.
Great. And Josue was even considering calling that 2-so for just an Atosuke tempo.
Then it's not the win because there's no Yaku.
Yeah, even already with these 2 calls, players might be suspecting East is paired up in hand, and that might be why Josue did not call 2-so.
Well, the 5-8 mons are slowly disappearing, but we might still be able to con into Tempai. in Tsutsuma, I mean? That'd be very interesting to see. There's still an 8-pin out there.
Where
What's
while there's
happening?
8-pin, there's hope.
Exactly.
And of course, there's always the last draw to aim for. Oh, I think that's a G-Toy Tempai. We're gonna see a Ricci.
Oh, Chico Senpai. 2-man. There's one left.
Yeah, not very live according to the board, but Brendan also suspects that it's live in the wall, and he's right. That last
Oh, there
tile.
was another Ricci waiting on that one 4-pin, which there are not a lot of either. Are there any? I think there's one more. Two. Yeah, there's one more 4-pin. Another Tampa here. Ace is spawned. The last 8-pin is gone. No more ring changing.
Yeah, this is tight weights all around. Not many tiles live for any of these. White Dragon, definitely one of the tiles that the dealer could be looking for. And so Josue backs
Yeah.
away.
I mean, possibly, smart play is already in first. Oh, the last 2-man is gonna deal into Brandon. Ricci, Chitoy, or 2 for
Wow.
Mangan.
Picked the 2-mon out. Said there's only one tile, but it's good in the wall, and it's good according to the Ira as well. So we will
Mm-hmm.
have a clear second place now. Oh, instant replay as well. That 2-mon could not be used by any of the players other than Brendan himself.
So I believe I did see a White Dragon concealed triplet here on the left. So it's going to be great for Nicholas. We do have a decent hand here for the dealer. Already have one completed mount. Maybe even Sanshoku. Mixed triple sequence 234, the best one.
Truly. Oop, Khan.
And a Dora 4-pin, 2 of a kind in dealer's hand. So this might actually be Dora 2 Daniel Sanshoku for Mangan.
Oh, I see the vision. I see the vision. It's just a couple one discards. So wood pin.
Holding the 9-pin, maybe there's a chance we go for pure straight. Across the way we have a concealed triplet of the 7s though, so that pure straight is not going to come. That's a very nice draw for the dealer though. Now currently one away from Tiny mixed triple sequence if you draw the 5-pin, or you can draw 6-pin or 4-pin for a very nice Ricci.
Brendan does well to get rid of that 5-pin ahead of schedule. If a 3-mon is drawn this way, might not even declare a Ricci. Might just dom on that weight. Could increase the callability of this hand by cutting the 1-pin. However, calling the 7-pin 6, 7, 8 would lead you to drop a Dora.
Although, since you are winning with mixed triple sequence guaranteed, I think it's okay. But there it is though. It's going to be 10 times the call is taken. There it is. Chi. And mixed triple sequence confirmed. Tiny Dora 2. So that's Mangan on the board. If you can find another 5-pin.
2 left in the wall. And again, most players cannot use this tile, so good opportunity for Josue to find it. We do have a couple players one away from Tempai on the right, and also there is the Tempai across the way on the 4-mon, which has 2 tiles in the wall as well. Turns out Josue was probably correct in choosing the 5-pin, as almost all of the 7-pin are held by Blaine. Oh, there's the 4. He finds the Sumo and shuts down the big threat. It's only West for 140 Fu. But more importantly, prevented somebody else from winning 12,000.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you don't win a 1,000 point hand, the dealer Tsumu's a Baiban, so, I think it's a good call to just take the 100.
And we
Now in
shift.
South 1, Brandon is the dealer again. Pretty decent hand.
Ooh, big East
Ace
pickup for
paired up.
Brendan.
Yeah, now the White Dragon is not a concealed triplet, but it is Dora. No one has it so far, though. Wow, a very nice Sanchoku on the right here. Went away for Blaine.
It almost looks like Jinshan, but not quite. If we keep the 9 pin and draw another 9 pin,
Hmm.
then we can trade the 8 mon pair for the 9 pin pair.
Hmm. Do you ever just drop the 8 mons if you draw 9 mon?
I think if I draw 9 mon, I would, because we have the Ipeco backup, and of
Mm-hmm.
course, as we're talking about the Junchan with the Sancho Stone,
Mm-hmm.
is it's just a big value opportunities. Definitely, I
Because
like that.
at that point, you can actually just cheat the 9 pin, the 9 mon as well, and drop the other copy of the 8 mon, right?
That's true. I wonder if I would do that because the 9 did come out. I think maybe
Oh, this
I'm
is not a great tempi. This is wholly
Peach.
Ricci on a 2 pin, but it's gonna take it. It's gonna go for it.
yeah. This is like the worst possible draw into Tempai, but it is Tempai, so give it a shot. Oh, now,
Ooh, the deal with my challenge though,
yeah, one so
and
two so actually looking pretty safe here. So, uh, Brendan has a path forward, but I wonder how much he's going to choose to fight against this.
ooh, this 2 pin is dangerous. Let's
Josue
not push it.
probably less inclined to from first place, and also cannot see the Dora either. So there's the concern that Blaine is holding multiple copies of that.
Yep, as far as the door is concerned, there's not a single one to be seen so far.
All right, Brendan is pushing, just jams the 7 pin out and can play the 1 pin or 4 pin safely as well.
Even though this is only game 7 for Brendan, Brendan is currently pretty negative, so definitely behooves him to push when you're dealer in 108.
And there's a copy of the Dora. Josue, if he wasn't out before, might be out now.
Yeah, at this point, unless you draw more of the Dora, then suddenly you're like, wait a second. Maybe I'm the one people should be afraid of.
If he was thinking about staying in, probably could have tried the Chuso, which is Gembutsu here, but committed to just fully exiting the. Wow! No fear from the dealer. Brendan says, Dora, let me show you just how dangerous that Dora is.
Peach.
And maybe we see immediate chase now.
Peach.
This 10 by for Brendan, waiting on the 4-7.
Sumo.
3 10 by with Ipatsumo 9 so. It's gonna be Reach Ipatsumo. 1,000, 2,000, picks up 3 Reachy sticks out. I mean, 2, right? Brennan's and Blaine's.
Yeah, I guess gets
That's
his
gonna.
back, his own back. So
Mhm.
works out to be quite a haul. Into third place now is Nicholas. And yeah, once the Dora came out, suddenly no one was afraid of the Ricci anymore. Not that the dealer wasn't to begin with, but wow, quick call here and look across the way Josue with South triplet, Chun triplet. Could even Shi away this bad shape for 2 Han.
Chi.
Will do so.
Definitely a good call here by Josue.
I can respect though the pause
Home.
before making that call.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is
Yeah.
Tempai with Dora 2. You could also greet the Honitsu,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll just take the Shampoo.
Or you could also take the wider weight, but I do agree with this. Going for more value, you have a chance of just summoning a big hand and almost get first. So, ooh, are we gonna see a con here?
I mean, it feels like you're ahead, although we have the 2 calls on the right. If there weren't the 2 calls, I definitely would con. And we'll do it
Con.
anyway.
6 pin is now Dora. There's one in his hands. Now this is quite a formidable hand actually. Red Dragon with a lot of food. This is, I
Con.
think, 70 food.
Oh, second con?
Okay, the Sanzo is now Dora, which could fit into the hand. Although I think this is already Mangan. I think it's a 3 on Mangan.
Look at all
The
this
40
food. There's
plus
48
16 plus
just in the
40, so
cons.
that's 70 food. The 370.
Yeah, that's definitely enough.
I don't actually know if it is. Isn't it like 7,600?
With with 3 and 60 is like 4 and 30, which is Kiriage and Mungan already. So 3 and
Oh,
70
right, right,
is
right. Right. See, it's 435. I'm thinking of 270,
oh
which
yeah.
is 7,600 for dealer.
All these cons, though. I mean, if I'm one of these other players, I'm really wondering how much I want to fight here.
Ooh, this might be some sort of Chanta play.
Ooh, a little bit of greed on display on the right, not choosing the wider weight, instead leaves the option for a third copy of the Dora. And there is one copy in the wall to be drawn. Also, it really plans to use this 6-pin Dora, it looks like, but all the 7s are starting to come out, so maybe it's not such a useful tile anymore. Blaine has eyes for Chanta Sanshoku Dora. Here's the
Pretty
Tenpai
good hand.
Chi. Do we 6-pin
We're,
Tonki?
we're gonna break 6-pin Tonki. Okay, so we have Red Dragon, South, Dora 3, potentially with the 6-pin. Wait, there's no 6-pin left.
There are no 6-pins left, so I guess we're going to switch to a different tile pretty soon.
Nine man? Who would think you're waiting on 9-man?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I would wait for 9-man. Oh no, wait a second. This 9-man. It could be any tile. Could be any
Oh
tile.
no, that 7 means the 9's coming. 5 goes through just fine, but
Unless the 9-man comes if we got Junchan.
no, the 9 will
Oh!
come out.
So this is one of these crazy scoring hands, but it's just one gun. None, tune, door two, one gun. Very, very funny hand.
That was quite
Two
entertaining.
guns and a 9-man Punky.
And Nicholas had the early Tempai as well, just sat there, eating tiles, waiting for one of the winners to come out. It just never did. But he does have another opportunity. Dora is the North. We've seen that come out twice now. Both Osue as the leader does not need to sweat that tile at all. As it comes out once, so that the dealer follows. Has a 9-mon triplet in hand and a completed shape of the Pinzu already. So it's coming together pretty nicely for a Ricci. On the right, Josue gives up the opportunity at the straight, just trying to play maximally efficient mahjong. Chance to pull in the crossway for Brendan. Decides to pass that 8-mon. Tanyao only, not necessarily what he's looking for here. Should get more opportunities to call in the future, especially because he has a nice acceptance in that 7-8-8 shape. Can still draw 6-9 on perfectly well.
You can also always draw something around these fours to make another Yanman, and maybe you can just win a Richipping Putanya or something like that.
And that definitely looks like it could be more valuable than just an open Tanya. We did see the 7 so penchant fill from Blaine on the left a moment ago, and he now sits Ishanten. Can call the tune for Tempai. It would be the last red dragon, so can't, has to make the decision as soon as it comes out, but hopes to draw into a Ricci first. Actually, they're 2 away, lacking a pair.
The nice thing about Blaine's hand is that you can just Ricci waiting on the red, and since this one's cut, you might get a run and give you some more extra value.
Yeah, I certainly think players could believe the tune to be one of the safer options here. Statistically, it should be. This is a really wide shape for our dealer. It's always
Yeah,
really wide when you have
the
no
triplet you can cut down for the pair.
exactly a no pair and a triplet that you can cut down.
Triplets just add so much to your efficiency.
Truly,
Probably
you
not the
draw.
play for Brandon. So Brandon, saw success with the cheat play. Gonna go for it again.
That was
Ooh, a nice
the
confidence out.
oh, pull.
Okay, so maybe now just gonna, I guess maybe it's a little bit too late and just wants to go for it. Ricci button from the dealer though. choosing which one to discard, but gonna end up waiting on the 3/6 mon regardless.
Oh, instantly
Six
drawn.
mon deals in.
Each.
We'll see the follow from Blaine. This is that 7-pin Red Dragon wait that we
Home.
were talking about earlier. Pull and Tempai can drop the 4 or the 6 mon. Tries the 6 mon. That's safe to the second Ricci,
Wrong.
but not to the first. Nicholas will call the roll. Ricci and the Uda for 3,900 plus the 2 Ricci sticks. And Nicholas finds his way into second place with a repeat as the dealer. Two Pandora, none present in
Mm-hmm.
any of the hands. The dealer is looking at a relatively slow hand. It looks good because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could even read it as 6 blocks, but the blocks are so weak. 7-9 Conchon, 6-8 Pin
Mm-hmm.
Conchon, 1-2 So Penchon that overlaps with the 4-5 Sodium. It's a really rough spot to be.
Hmm. What would you cut here? I feel like you might,
I think I just
you
go.
know, you could just cut the 1/2 so overlapping shape, or you could maybe hope to draw the 1/2 3 pen for Sanshoku Junchan.
Yeah, I think I'm not yet as dealer. I'm not so uh, optimistic about forcing the Junchan, so I probably just cut the 1 mon, and then, as you said, the 1-2 so probably leaves soon after. But um, cutting the 1 mon does give up the opportunity to play for
Hmm.
Ipeko, so 1-2 so I think is a total
Mm-hmm.
valid cut as well.
See, I'm more of the occult club. I would cut 6 pen, hoping to draw 9 pen, make the Junchan
Oh,
easier,
look at
and would
that.
have come.
Yeah, one of the nice things about the 1 mon cut is that you still also accept the 9 pin as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so who knows, maybe this hand could turn into a Junchan. We also have South pair. That is double South for Holsui. It's his seat
Mm-hmm.
win and also the round win. So can open it for Duhan and just to move the game forward, which is certainly a totally valid thing to do from
Each.
first. But we have a Ricci on the left. Blaine quickly into Tempai. Another Terminal and Honor Shampoo wait. Or I guess Honor Tile Shampoo wait. But this time the Terminal is dead. The 1 pin has no tiles remaining. So he can only win on the Green Dragon, which is great because he
Yeah,
wants to win
totally
on the Green
fine, right?
Dragon.
Oh, the South gets pushed. Gonna see the double South ball. No, I think we're just gonna see a fold. Discipline fold,
Yeah, it's
perhaps.
certainly. You could justify the 8 so push as the follow, but then you also have to consider that you're cutting one of the 3 mon or the 4 mon, and Hostess says I don't want to put myself in that position yet. So
Yeah, I feel like you don't have to, discard the Tremon. You can maybe just pawn the South and maybe just wait and see what happens. Because maybe, the Ricci player just discards the Tremon and then you have a very easy push.
yeah, I would certainly agree if we had a 2 or 3 more save tiles. We have the 8 pin, which is kind of middling, but
Each.
could be safe. Oh, where does it
Oh,
chase?
another Ricci.
Oh, the
Wrong.
5 so
Oh,
Adi pops the Kanchan
no.
somehow wins with 4 copies of the 8 mon in hand. Ichi pots Tanya Dora manga.
We did not see you up there. But it is a Mungan regardless for Brandon. So Brandon now, taking second place, could actually pull ahead into fours with a Mungan Sumo. So definitely setting himself up for success here. But it is the final dealer round. Josue currently in first place. Does not need to win this hand to actually get first. But if you can get more points, I think you could.
This is an interesting spot where, like you say, Osue doesn't need the points, but also Brendan isn't within Mongon Sumo range, so you don't want to allow Brendan to hit that mark. You still have to play for your own hand. Of course, earning more points is always a good thing. As the hand,
I mean, you are currently, 180 points, so currently definitely promoting. I mean, definitely in promotion range, right? But you never know what's going to happen in the future, so get your points while you can.
and a good point as well is that in the C1 League there is double promotion opportunity, and the cutoff to hit that mark is 200 points. So Josue does have some incentive not only to just stay in the promotion zone by playing conservatively, but also be a little bit aggressive towards hitting that 200 point mark. We did see some big progress on the right, though. South paired up, that's the Dura, and that's also Seat and Roundwind. So if a South comes out, Brendan is looking to have a monster hand. Also four pairs, which is a little bit awkward, including the Red Dragon pair. And we'll see if he gets the opportunity to call that, and if he does, what he chooses to cut. There is a world where you maximally greed and you cut the 4, 3, and 2 pin for Honitsu as well.
Yeah, that is a big hand. Because we do have, lots of shapes here that enables us to do that, right? Because you can pawn so easily the 3 and the 1.
Absolutely. The one mon has come out only once, so there still should be another one out there. Oh, we'll choose to cut the one here. So not going to be too greedy. Across the way, that's a funny shape. 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 8.
Ooh, 4 mon Uncle here.
Also Ishan 10, but has to drop the south for Tempai unless he gets lucky and draws one in.
There's no white dragons available, so you would have to just somehow get a meld here with the 7 mon or something.
Tough choice for Brendan, says
Yeet.
Sanonko isn't real, cuts the 3 mon. In the meantime, we do have Tempai for Blaine, finds the Ipeiko Tanyao Richi waiting on the 7 so.
This is an option for value. You can reach Itanya Tsumo Ipeiko for Mangan, and you can even maybe flip War of 3.
Yeah, the Ura odds are pretty low, but if you flip one, you're flipping a lot most of the time. So big opportunity here for Blaine. Josue, again, respecting the Ricci. Oh, there's the South draw. Here we go.
Ooh,
Eat.
Slams the Ricci
You
2. This
ready to
is
go?
Ricci, Seat Wind, Round Wind, Dora 3. That's Hanemon.
there's only one 7 mon left, though.
Oh, Josue is holding so much of the weight. Good con.
Come.
There's the
Finds
6
the
mon.
6 mon.
Oh, the 3 mon. The pair that he
Pawn.
cut us, the pair is now the Dora. Oh,
Pawn.
and there's the
The tune, too.
There's still 2 copies of the 7 so in the wall, 1 copy of the 7 mon in the wall. Josue trying
This
to
is a
respect the
powerful
Ricci on the right
position.
more.
Ooh, there it is. The 7 soul deals in.
Finds the 2 for
Gonna
still
fold with the
holding
2 mon.
4-7. Another tune. This is crazy. Only one more draw. Brendan doesn't find it.
Boom.
Pawn. 7 so.
Comes out. Richie, Peiko, Tanya. Nothing. Only 5,200.
Ah,
It is
this
going to put Nicholas under 30k, so that is a net loss of 10,200 points.
well, I guess, yeah, because it goes from +0 to -5. But big for Blaine, instead of losing an extra 5 points for being the only player below 30,000 points, he wins that 5,200 and gains those 5 points back. So that's basically a Hanuman almost for Blaine to win there. And what an attempt by Brendan finding that south and getting the Diamond Ricci. It turns out the Champon would have won like 3 times over, but you can't predict that ever. So unfortunate for him. But he does pull into second place there with 11.1 points, and also the big winner, 32.4 for that first place. Did a great job of fighting early on, and once he got the lead, just played conservatively, defended against the threats, made sure he didn't deal into the people that he couldn't afford to, and confirmed the win. So it looks like standings have not yet incorporated these points, but when they do, we will see Josue over 200 points. And into first place in the division. With another game yet to play, of course. And will they be playing another one, or are... we're going to be switching
Was
around.
that game too much? Too much, too much, too much enjoyment, too much fun, too much action,
Oh, looks
too many
like
crazy hands.
looks like there's a little bit of a pause, but they will be starting again pretty soon in about 4 minutes. There are definitely some highlights from that game. Definitely some monster hands.
The 470, the non-two North 9-1
A crazy number of cons as well, even in that last hand.
The Richie Cheetah on the last one, flipping over to for Brandon.
Yeah, as we wait for this game, I do want to mention that there are a couple games that are expected to start at the top of the hour. One from the A1 division and one from the B2 division. I think we'll stick with this table for another game because that was exciting. I want to see more from this. But after that, we'll probably switch to A1
Mm-hmm.
for an exciting
Yeah,
matchup
I
with the
heard
league leader.
in C1 there's a lot more volatility in the matches. I feel like the closer you get to the top, you see the play styles get closer and closer together. Although there's still quite some variation even in A1.
That's true. It's really interesting to see how the meta changes within a division from season to season as players come in, players leave. The division is always changing, of course, and every player has their own idiosyncrasies. So it creates a really interesting sort of meta from one season to the
Mm-hmm.
next. And although I'm more familiar with the changes of the A1 meta, I'm sure the same thing exists for A2 and beyond. Um, with C1 being one of the divisions that's closer to the new players that get accepted to the league, I imagine that the meta changes drastically from season to season. So it's quite exciting to
I mean, you
watch.
never know what kind of player is coming into the league, right? So it's always, a lot of these names we've seen many times before. We know these players from tournaments, all that. But some of these players, we've never, I mean, at least there's some names I definitely don't recognize. And it's nice to get to watch some of the new players.
Absolutely, that's one of the most exciting things about every season is, whatever the bottom division is, the lowest division, is where all the new entrants come. So we get to watch their first games, see what their playstyle is, and learn. It's really
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Like with me, you never know what's going to happen. Never know what I'm going to go for.
It's true. I mean, you did say in that in one of the hands in this game, six pin towards the Junchan was not on my radar, but it actually would have drawn the nine pin towards the Junchan. All right, checking the timing. Looks like they are a minute away from starting, so let's hop over. We did see the standings update. We do get to see Josue up there at the top of the division, but up over the screen. Looks like it will be Brendan to start as the first dealer again. And once again, Josue is the last dealer. I think. Are these the exact same positions?
I think, I think so.
Oh, I think Blaine and Nicholas might have switched position because I'm remembering one of the
Oh yeah.
hands where I think it was
And I don't think Brendan was the last dealer, right? The
no.
first dealer, I mean. Oh, no, he was the first
Yeah, yeah,
dealer.
he
I think
was
right
first.
because he was Shimo on cell 4.
Right. Oh, and then Nicholas was on the left. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think I think
Different
that
Tommy Chow, whole new
I think that only two placements have changed. Seats have changed, but let's.
game. Ooh,
I'm not getting sound. Sometimes you just have to hit that button again. There we go.
the classic.
All right, we're into the game. Seven Mondora. We see one of those across the table in the open hand. Blaine opening up and
Mm-hmm.
as
Just quickly opening up for. This white dragon has a lot of honors in hand. Could end up pairing them up and then maybe pawning them. Who knows? But currently, with the door in hand and another 7-8, 7-8, could see Ichanta maybe.
Yeah, looking for the honor tiles to pair up. Definitely not using any pin tiles, that's for sure. On the left, we have a
Mm-hmm.
triplet of green dragon to start. Looks like it's going to be a reach. When I open up a hand with a triplet of dragons, I usually try to stay closed for as long as possible because the reachy just gets so much more powerful. But eventually, you might have to make the open decision, especially if you see another player
Hmm.
speeding up their own hand, as we do see Blaine actually making the north call and then cutting the Dora, so it looks like it'll be the flush play.
We do draw another bamboo, so only on those honor tiles.
And definitely when
My
you
whippet.
are another player at the table and you see someone call another honor tile and cut not just the Dora, but the Dora diamond shape, the open-ended 7-8 shape, a strong shape, right? Something you normally would never cut. It sends a very strong signal that the player is considering maybe a flush,
Oh wow.
maybe a
Are we
flush
gonna
and
go
toy
for
toy.
toy toy? Does look like it. Holding on to the west and the red. The red is currently dead, so can't really use that one. The east, however, you can use as a pair. Just nice to keep the red dragon. The west, though, is the Yakuhai one, so be very useful.
And I have to suspect that Blaine is just holding the red dragon as a safe tile and planning to wait on the west Tanki or draw the west. Uh, I don't mind cutting the red dragon for the east, even though it's not the greatest of tiles. We could still pair it up for Tenpai, and it should be very safe, almost as safe as the red dragon is. So, oh, does
And
miss?
this hand is pretty valuable. If you do draw the west and you do manage to win on it, it would be a Hanuman. Unfortunately, the west coming out from the dealer. You can only use it as a pair now.
Hosui Tenpai, but has to drop a So tile. It's a really valuable Tenpai though with Ipeko chance. And he knows that Blaine cannot use a pin tile, so has a big opportunity to deal in. Can he dare risk the So tile? He will.
Sends it. Green dragon, two-sided weight, 7 4-pin. 7-pin gives Ipeco, and the two 4-pins are gone, so the chance of that being the actual win is a little bit higher.
As you said, there is the risk of Hanuman, but Sui evaluates the
7-pin.
position as being pushable.
And look, just like Brendan is just gonna very smartly fold with this 1-1. Unless we turn this into a cheater somehow, but there it is. Richi Tsumo Green Dragon. No aura. 1000, 2000.
Nice win
Very
there.
nice way to get a head start.
Also, is really funny. Blaine got back into a Tenpai that could win. Actually, it was not even 50-10 in the Monza, so worked his way around. But also, I did get there in the end. 5 Sodora for this East 2 Nicholas, our dealer. Looks like it could turn into a tiny hand if it collects central tiles. A lot of honor draws though to work through. Blaine,
3 pairs across the way with the Dora. 4 pairs now, so this might be a Chitoi Dora too,
yeah,
possibly.
definitely on the radar. Callable hand on the right. Do you think Blaine's gonna force another flush?
Oh, I mean, after drawing this 1 pin, it does look very convincing. Dropping the 7 so that's definitely, I think, a play for half flush, since the 7 is a great floater, way better than the 9-pin.
Yeah, the only thing that would give me doubts about the flush is maybe drawing a copy of the Dora. And to that
Hmm.
front, I wonder if there's any argument to cut the 1 so first, so that if you do draw the Dora, it sits sandwiched in between a 3 and a 7. At the same time, just cutting that for Honitsu is totally fine as well.
Yep, and we're going to see the call, and currently, one way, you cannot pawn the east into Tenpai, but, pawning the east still gives you a very nice Ishanten where you can pawn 1 3-pin or draw the 2-pin. And of course, there's always the chance that you go for Honitsu Toi Toi for that Mangan.
And we know Blaine definitely is looking at that because that's exactly how he played the last hand as well. Straight for the
Ooh,
toy toy.
it's a lot of pairs here for the dealer. The ace might come off. No, it's just a, hold on. Oh, but does not need to pawn it. Just draws it himself. So not currently template, but very nice one away.
Yeah, super wide as you mentioned. Call options are great, and the awkward draw I think is going to be. Actually, I was gonna say 5 6 pin,
I
but you're
mean,
just temp by there, so you take it.
yeah, and then you're also one away from Toy Toy Honitsu.
Exactly. Not an awkward draw at all. It's a welcome draw. Will we see the East come out now?
In that case, do we con? Okay, no. 4 month.
I think Nicholas has a showing some respect to this flush. I think recognizes that the East is quite likely to be in that hand.
Oh wow. 2 away for a 4 concealed triplets. Could just be a Tanyel Toy Toy.
Home.
There it is. Tenpai 1 4 pin. The 3 pin is
Con.
pawn. Do we see a con? There it is. The door is the one, so
Con.
across the table.
Oh,
It's gonna be really
con
good.
right back.
Oh, the 6 pin is the door now, so that gives Blaine a Mungan.
Home.
Mungan chance. Oh, but so many calls coming back and forth.
Oh,
The
it's
8 pin is
toy
king.
toy.
The 8 man might be linear.
It has
Oh,
to.
there it is.
How did this
Hurry on,
happen?
toy toy. Yeah, it's a crazy turn of events. And you know, with that con, it's going to be 40 fu, so very valuable hand here for the dealer.
How did we get here? It looked like Nicholas was staying away from Blaine, and then suddenly 7 pin Chi, and then Pon, Con, Pon, Tempai, Roan instantly. I don't think Josue and Brendan even got a draw there. They were just exchanging tiles back and forth.
Yeah, this happens sometimes. It's like a Dragon Ball Z battle where they're just trading blows back and forth, and you just see all the flurries of calls and attacks.
Well, Nicholas might be blowed up right now,
Oh, what
moving
a place
quickly
here
into
for the
the
dealer,
shape.
yeah. And, you know, maybe with this 9 man encore, another con is coming.
Would love to see it. There is a 9 mon in the wall to be drawn,
Eat.
so
That's high. We're just gonna take it. The tree saw
only.
2 more copies. You know, you can't just sumo them. It is a very early Rigi, so it
Yeah.
makes it very hard to defend against. And you can still come a 9 man. It's out there.
Now, I personally like waiting on this Ricci because the shape is so good if we draw a Dora. And we would love to draw a Dora. I get a little greedy sometimes, but as you say, early Ricci from the dealer applies so much pressure to the rest of the table that you could just get everyone to fold.
Chi.
Not Brendan, though. Looks like he's going to challenge a little bit. Wow, 6 pin, just a straight shove.
Yeah, I was playing against Stanley, and even though I was 4-10, I still just reach it anyways because and I didn't win, but it's okay because everyone folded. 3 points. And Andorra, if we had kept the 8, so Shantan would have been a Tsumo.
But it
But you know, now
is.
it is Suji Traps 3 so now, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty strong CG trap at that.
9 so is safer. But it's gonna toss the Sanzo. There it is, Richi Nomi. Nora. Definitely take those 2,300 points though. And another repeat.
Absolutely. That's also directly off of second place, so increases the gap a bit. And into East 2, repeat 2.
Ooh, a very nice draw here across the way for Josue. Tremon, summon Sean right now. 258.
So it's 258 Sabinchon in the Bonsu, but then everywhere else in hand, he already has the 2s, 5s, and 8s. Unfortunately, that's all he
You're right.
has.
All
That's
2 5s and 8s.
it's a really rough place to be, but at least you know you're likely to
I
build
mean,
off the shapes.
the worst hands are the easiest to improve.
Looking around the table to see if anyone has a super competitive chase, but no, it really looks like it's mostly between the dealer and Josue, where
Hmm.
advantage goes to Josue across the table.
So I'm always looking for these kinds of hands where you have the 4 pin and you can Suji trap 7. The early Suji trap 7 or 3, I feel like works a lot better than when you're just reaching on it. And then, maybe you can win an Ipeco here.
Certainly, especially kind of end of row 1-4 pin would be super sneaky.
Also, lots of improvements across the way. I feel like Josue might be the closest one to Tenpai. Just 108 right now, and a very wide 108 too.
5 pin gives some extra
So makes it
acceptance.
even wider, yeah.
Ooh, considering a cheat
Con.
here. Oh, pecan! Maybe that's what the weight
Con.
was. So probably a toy toy angle, I feel.
Ooh,
Ooh,
wait. This is not Tenpai yet.
ooh, interesting choice. Could go headless. Could cut 4-5. So
This is such an interesting. What would you do
if you
here?
want the Sanshoku, then it's the 7-mon. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna go for Sanshoku. Needs the 4 pin and the the 6. So
Certainly still pretty wide. Definitely a choice though to go force the Yamen Yamen acceptance. And the 7 months back, the wall was saying, "Are you sure?"
you want this? You want this? Okay, no. The widest weight here is, I think, just cutting 2-mon, right? Or you can wait on 5, 6, 7, 8, 4,
Yeah,
and also
honestly,
4-5.
anything 4 through 8 in the Pinzu, and then the 3 through 6-0.
7-mon is back again. He keeps coming back.
All right, if we see the fourth copy of the 7 bond rather, you have to keep it. Surely, surely, it's a sign at
The
that point.
sign. Oh, what is this?
Pump.
Sanshoku? Chance for
Blaine
Blaine?
has it, yeah.
Chi.
Will she?
Yeah. Is that Tenpai? Not quite. Went away. Cutting
Deal.
the 3-mon just to. Oh, this
It
is
is
technically
Tenpai.
Tenpai. Okay, this is against it.
Looks like Blaine really likes the idea of drawing a Dora into Tenpai, which I can't blame him for. I kind of like that idea too. But I think I would take the Tenpai.
Okay, that is Tenpai again. So I think at this point you take it. And if you draw a 4 pin, you can just slide.
And now Blaine can see not looking so good on those 7s, but there's one left, and we
Pump.
saw that win before.
You
Oh,
might come back again.
it's Toy Toy with loads of foo.
Yeah, so 9 pin, 7 soul. There's one 7 soul left and no 9 pins, only in hand.
I wonder if we could see the 9 pin come out though from Brendan if he moves towards Tanyao. It is just Ishanten, so not necessarily guaranteed, but the 8 pins are mostly gone, so the 7-9 pin shape is not that useful.
I feel like it might
Drum.
come off, yeah. 9 pin, feels in. Toy Toy only, so not as much as the Toy Toy Tanya that we saw earlier, but let's have 40 foo. Makes it 39 plus 2 home 4,500.
And importantly, gets to keep moving as the dealer has been quite successful in this dealership and looks like another great opportunity with Tanya opportunities. Maybe you can build towards some sort of 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 8 Sanchoku. That's a bit of a ways away, and it looks like with that 4 or 5 draw, we are not going to be moving that direction. But Tanya Pifu certainly would be excellent here. On the right, it looks like a pretty speedy hand. Took some terminal tiles to drop. Does give up the Dora first. Might have held that over the 1 pin, but it was probably leaving the hand anyway. Across the way, mediocre hand for Josue. A couple Penjon shapes in the Sozu. And then,
Sanshoku chance here for the dealer, 3, 4, 5.
okay, we found the route. I wonder if we hedge that a little bit by cutting 6-0.
Oh, just see Shantan now. Yeah, the 6 gives you the 7 so to still give you Tenpai, but
Leaves the option open. No, goes to the 3. So this is a little bit more strictly efficient because it gives you the triplet options of the 8 mon and the 6 so, but does lose some potential value. There's a trade-off to have there.
Yeah, you lose 4 tiles of efficiency, right? But if you cut the 6-0, right? But
Yeah, but you could
gives you
possibly
that
gain 2
potential
Han.
for.
That's a tough.
It's a trade-off that players will make at their discretion.
Yeah,
I don't know if
absolutely.
there's like a correct decision there.
I know that my decision is always going to be biased by my obsession with Sanchoku. A lot of times, though, in the shape, you end up cutting the 3-pin to improve with upper pin draws, so you lose that Sanchoku opportunity anyway. Wow, another pair up, so we have 2 triplets and 2 pairs for Blaine.
That is 2 away from Swanko Donkey.
And there's the last copy of the 4-pin drawn by Josue, also with 4 pairs.
There's 1 6-1 to draw, there's 1 4-so to draw, and there's a few other tiles to help with the Tenpai as well.
Oh, this is interesting. You could cut 3-pin, 8-pin towards Ipeiko Pihu, but decides to just keep the wider range of tiles towards Tenpai. And this is pretty consistent with the 3-so cut from earlier. Okay, Blaine now draws a diamond shape in the so's, but the 8-so are 3 out, the 5-so is 2 out, so the shape's not as strong as you'd expect. It still has the 7-pin to cut. Oh, well, immediately draws the 8-pin, but that's okay.
I think, if you're going for full efficiency, then maybe keeping the 135 may be better. I'm not sure. I guess it is still set the same amount of tiles and gives you more chances of Tanya if you keep the 6-0.
Another pair. I think I know what we're doing here.
Yep.
Up 7 mon out. It's Suaku Ishanten.
I feel like you might have to pawn here, though. It's getting kind of late.
It is late. I definitely would take the pawn if I saw it. There's still Sanonko chances with Toy Toy. East is fine. Chun is fine. 3 mon.
This is a very interesting Shanten here from Josue.
Each.
Don't know if you have enough time to get Tenpai. There it is. Tenpai. 2-5-so for Brandon.
I believe.
Tenpai for the dealer as well.
Each.
3-10 on the 1-4. So cuts the 2 instead.
Open only. Sides against the 4-10.
Also to fold almost certainly. Plays the 2-pin out, and it goes to a draw. The big Ricci Pinfudora does not win. The dealer Ricci Tanyao does not win. The Sualko does not get the Tenpai. That's okay. We're going to see another round with 2 Ricci sticks in the middle for Homba. This dealership has been quite extensive for the dealer.
Yep, very profitable in points for Nicholas. Already 44,000 points, 14k ahead of everyone. And now 3,200 points on the table for whoever wins. And the dealer has a very nice hand. Door in hand, 2 sequences in a pair. It's going to be 2 Shanten no matter what I think. No, 3 Shanten still, because we don't have any other mounts.
But it's great central floating tiles. Ooh, immediate Tenpai from Blaine. He was looking fast on the right and gets straight at the Tenpai. It's not terribly valuable, just Ricci only. But there are so many sticks to collect. And gets it on Ipatsa as well. Brandon had just hit Ishanten. No, that's beyond Shanten. But there was basically no information, so he just took the most efficient path, and it did deal in.
You get to see the instant replay.
From Blaine's perspective.
Go.
He actually had Chitui Ishanten, but ended up cutting away from the pair. And it will be 2,600 plus all the sticks and all the Homba. And Blaine into third place now, pretty close to second, and has the dealership.
All right, on to Blaine's dealership. We do have the door in hand. Gonna be a bit tricky to use, but you can draw it as a pair and maybe go for Tanya, or you can just draw the 7-1 for a very nice Ishanten.
Yeah, if you're optimistic, just draw the 7-mon, you are
Home.
looking great. Now, if you're not expecting to draw the 7-mon, there's some questions as to how to handle that Dora. It could be your final weight. You could try to cut 9-mon, 9-mon towards Tanya. But most of the times, we'll
I'm
probably just be
tanking on Dara
straightforward.
here every time.
Let's go. Let's see what else is happening around the board. On the right, we have Ipeko opportunity, 2 away from Tempai. Josue also looking for the 7-month door indicator, which is, when you have a 3 or rather a 7-month, if you have a 7 as the indicator, that's always a really in-demand tile. And Brendan is holding 1 copy, but no door in that hand. He has opened up with the White Dragon, so 2 away from Tempai. On the left, Nicholas grabs a nice 9-mon Dora connector, so Yaman shape in the Monzu. Also just Ishanten, 1 away from Tempai with Ipeko Dora 1, and Pico as well, if you can draw the 8 so into Tempai.
That would be a very nice hand.
Blaine's hand still looks about the same as where we left off a few draws ago. Just trading the 2-pin pair for a 4-pin pair, which makes some amount of sense. Yeah, usually
Here
pretty
for
good.
Blaine.
1
Oh, I meant for Josue, we're gonna have also leading the 7-1, but here's the reach here, waiting on the 8, so the 4-1 was drawn, and now Nicholas is just looking for even more points. Reach
Yeah.
Dora Ipeko.
Ooh, second Dora. Blaine might want to get into this hand. Okay, tries the 8. 7-pin could come out as a follow. Unfortunately, he's already dropped the safe 4 so, and that means the 5 so is...
2-pin safe?
Yeah, could drop the 2-pin, maybe call the 4 so back and go 9-mon, 9-mon towards Tanya with 2 Dora blockers, but a bit of a push.
9-pin Gebutsu.
Also, we note Brendan pushing a little bit here, so maybe that 8 so comes out.
4
Oh, there it is. Richie, Ipeko, Dora. Nora, so only 5,200, but Nicholas, oh my goodness, such a huge lead. 49,200 points.
Approaching the 50,000 mark, which is really fantastic in this type of league setting, where the UBA is only 15 points for first place. To score an additional 20 points on top of that is absolutely fantastic. Josue now the dealer, 7-mon Dora. This is a hand that can accept the door with a 6-mon floater, but has enough shapes elsewhere to just be Tempai. The problem is those shapes are quite weak. 3 5-pin Kanchan, 5 7-pin Kanchan, 8 9 so Penchan.
The 9-pin really helps this hand, though.
That Blaine does incredibly well to draw a triplet. In fact, cuts the 5-mon instead of the 8-mon. Usually you cut the outside Suji because he's imagining, if I draw the Dora, what will give me the better shape?
Or even better, if I draw the 8-mon, I can go for Sanchoku Doko.
That as well. That's a great point. Will we see the Doko on stream? Show us an 8-mon. No, another 5-mon.
Oh, the 5-mon. It's okay, just setting up for the Suji trap.
Well, you're supposed to get the 8-mon on the left, not the right.
It's an interesting hand. You have a lot of these extra floaters that you don't really need, so maybe you just start cutting them before someone reaches. Oh, the door is drawn here, as you were saying.
This is a bit of a
It's a lot of
decision.
shapes.
Could 8 so? 2 3-pin is also acceptable here.
7 something. But if you draw 6-pin, 6-pin, can have the twice pure double sequence.
Yampeko. Josue surely recognizes the fan favorite. six pin is thrice held, so you would need to draw one and then wait on it, but it is technically possible.
Six pin is a very nice, it's very interesting shape because then you have to be shunted on four pin as well, I think, right? No. Oh, there it is. Tenpai, Chitoi. Gonna be waiting on 6-0. It just came out, so maybe you might see another one.
Yeah, and the two pin had
Not quite Tenpai.
already.
1
Ooh, there's a reach.
That was Yishanten across the table, and we do have the Ricci for Blaine.
That's a little bit tough for
Apparently,
Josue. Wanted to switch the six pin for something else, or 6-0 rather for something else, but now it's tough with the 8-0 reach.
1
So instead, he just chases. So if I can't drop this, then I'm
Sumogiri.
gonna wait on it.
Just Sumogiri Ricci is waiting on 6-0. There's none left on the wall, only in Brennan Sand. Although Brendan might actually maybe drop it, depending on the way he draws.
Yeah, there's a tempai, multiple tempais that he can draw that require the 6-0 to come out. It's honestly a 50-50 whether he deals in or not, because he needs to reach. There's that 6 pin, by the way. How is the 6-9 Mon doing? 9 Mon is all held, 6 Mon 1 in the wall, so not very live there either. It really comes down to what tempai
Pong.
Brendan draws. Gets the Pong, he gets to choose!
3-1 is safe.
Plays a safe 3
Drops
Mon.
it. Yep. So I believe there's no winning tiles. There's one Sansa left, I think. For Brendan to
Sumo.
win.
He finds it.
Self only, but he takes 2 Ricci sticks. And you know, that's a great win, since you're currently in last, so just anything you can get is great. And now we're going into Brandon's dealer.
Nice little boost to move to your dealership. You're not too far behind third place here. The Hypai looks very weak, but it could be Sanchoku, 123 Sanchoku with 3 Pandora. That'd be great. On the right,
Yeah, that'll be a nice hand.
Haku pair, Pei pair. Surely not a flush. Well, it might be. We see the Tuso come out.
I mean, if you draw the green, or, you know, the 9-1 is very helpful. If you draw like a 5-mon, a 3-mon, definitely could see a high flush.
Yeah, and Nicholas may be spending some time on this discard to think about what will convince him to drop the Dora shape. What kind of draws and what kind of calls he's willing to make, because you will have to make that decision before you discard. You don't want to be making that decision while the timer is ticking on the Pong call. Good to spend the time early. Wow, Blaine is just drawing fantastic tiles. Look at this Ishan.
Yeah, so it would have been Tenpai if you just kept the Ace for Rich Pinku, but, you know, decided to go for more value, and let's just find a nice Ishanten here.
Pong.
Richie Pinku Tanyao, maybe Sanchoku.
1
Not
That is
Sanchoku
Tenpai.
this day. 5 Mon for the diamond cut is quite natural. So 3, 6 Mon each Tanyao Pinhu. A lot of 3s are being held, so 3 tiles left in the wall.
Yeah, this kind of shape is a little bit unfortunate because you already have 2 of your winning tiles in hand, but, you know, it's definitely a very good hand regardless.
We will see the
What
6
away
pin.
here.
A little bit of a, usually it's a risky tile because it's Suji to the Dora. So
Kang.
if players looking for a Dora shape. Oh wow,
Ooh.
Khan into this Ricci
Khan
reveals
Dora.
the 3 pin to be Dora again.
Yeah, so 3-pin is double door now.
To finish that thought though, 9 pin had been cut early, and Josue can see 3 copies of the 4 pin, so it's less likely that Blaine has a copy himself, which makes the 6 pin pretty safe.
Still just trying to find this Tenpai over here on the right. Tenpai on the left. 6-mon. Fits very nicely into the hand. Going the 1-3 so, looks like. Only one away.
There's all the 3s. Could Khan, because you
The
don't.
3-mon on Khan would ruin this hand from his perspective. Oh, and the last 6 months, so there's no more Sumo anymore.
This is really intense. Will Josue Khan, after drawing Tempai, has so many draws to a Tempai. Could Khan immediately to try to draw Tempai and chase Ricci.
There's a tempo here on the right as well. The 2-pin now goes in.
Brendan has been dancing. Here's
No
another
tempo.
tile.
You can't hear. No,
No,
just gonna
okay.
push tight. So this could be
1、
a Fanuncle?
It could.
つ
Oh,
も、
there's the Tsumo.
Dora too? You
Yeah,
never get to see
one
what the
copy
Dora is.
of the 3-pin getting to be used twice. Nicholas continues to
I wanted
charge.
to see the con chase Ricci so bad, but
I know, I'm
I
really curious
understand.
what
I understand.
that range on tile is.
Alright. Soft 2 now. Nicholas currently 56,300 points. Does not need to win this hand at all, but, you know, not a bad hand. White Dragon Pawn. The Dora is a North. Currently 1 across the way. Green Dragon pair as well, so this kid could actually, well, so many pairs. This hand could be 7 pairs with a Dora.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how Hosoi plays this hand with so many pairs. There's an option to even move towards the flush, but if you do that, you have to cut one of your pairs and sacrifice the Cheeto option. Here's a pawn chance, and we will see it taken. Could we see Ryuiso?
It is possible. Oh my goodness. Pawn the 8 so, pawn the 4 so. We need a 6 and a 3. Or maybe some 2s.
Those tiles
We got a
are
very nice.
somewhat in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll keep our eyes open for this opportunity. It looks like there are some competitive hands elsewhere.
本、
Might not get
Yeah,
to
are we
see
gonna
that.
do this Tanya? Okay, yeah. Pawn the 3 man goes for the Tanya. Needs a 5-8 pin and a 5 man.
Oh, that is not the lag you want to see if you're playing with this Kanchan. Hoping it was just chi lag, but if it's pawn lag, you might be sunk here.
I mean, I feel like you can definitely draw the 6 man pawn.
1、
Right there, waste you to solve this without the 5 man.
For sure. 3-mon being one of them.
Mm-hmm. Wow, there's not a lot of 3 ones, but that would work, yeah.
All right, there's a 4-so.
Also, needs 8 so, 6 so, 3 so, or maybe 2 so. I mean, a 2 so would put you at Ishantan actually. Well, not Ishantan, but
Yeah, it's
1、
Colonial. I put a pawn of 8 so.
the 8-so is live, but we do have the Tempai. We did get the 5-mon, so Blaine saved here. 5-8 pin should have a significant advantage here. There are 5 tiles even in the wall.
本、
Massive chance of winning here, but dealer is ready to win on the white only.
Blaine can improve the weight with a 6-pin cut to 2-pin, 5-pin, 8-pin. Chooses to just stay the course, and also we'll take the 3-pin for the Toy Toy instead.
Like we won't be seeing the all green today.
But maybe Toy Toy Yakuhai Door 2?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Anytime dealer waits for the White Dragon, still completely walled. Ooh, Dora, no hesitation cut.
4、
And the 8 pin. Reveal in Tanya only 1000. But nice brand and the chance to make a hand with that.
Blaine gets to be rewarded for the bravery and confirms the 3rd place moving into South 3, his dealership. We'll see if he can turn it into 2nd place after this hand.
That's have the Dora in hand, so this hand not bad. Can definitely get a Richie ping from Dora here, especially if you draw the 2 pin.
Absolutely the plan here. On the right, we will see Hosua open up once again. He is absolutely incentivized to shut down this dealership. Don't let Blaine jump into 2nd in this hand. Just cut it off as quickly
But that's
as
a
you
very
can.
nice draw. The 4 pin is drawn. 2 away for dealer. The 7 pin gives you a very nice shape upgrade too. Gives you a 258 Pink with Daniel upgrade.
Ishanten for Josue with the 2-mon uncle. Can choose between 8 so and the 1-mon.
Yep, 8 cell just confirms that as the pair.
Are we thinking straight? Do we cut the 3-mon here?
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna move into a 2-away for pure straight. Dora. The 4 cell would be the pair in that case.
That's the
G.
advantage of having 2 pairs. You can be flexible in choosing which shape is your pair and which shape is your sequence, so that gives Blaine the opportunity to play for the straight. He's a 2-pin, 7-pin. Oh, well, I guess we're probably not doing that anymore. Still leaves the option open. He can still go back to the straight with the 8-mon draw.
I mean, yeah, the 8 would draw pure straight. That's a very nice draw. See if it happens though.
Nope, we're just
Beach.
by.
Oh, there it is. Senpai. So 2-pin Ricci Dora from the dealer. That's this hand, I mean, if you sumo, it's pretty good.
Home.
And if you sumo and flip forward, it's not good. So
Oh no, that's not the right tempai. Does Nicholas dance or does he just push forward? He will
Wrong.
take the chance for tempai. Not a lot to fold with the 7 so Suji try, but says maybe I have a better opportunity to just win the hand rather than try to fold against this. But did have the 2-pin that Blaine was looking for 7,700, and Blaine will jump into second. All right, South 3, repeat 1. Blaine still holds the dealer seat. Can accept a 4-mon Dora into this hand. Looks like it's going to be a Ricci. Maybe P feels tough here, but it is technically possible if we turn some of these pairs into sequences. Nicholas just wants to shut this down. Get out of here. Calls the 8 so pawn. Doesn't have a Yaku just yet, but maybe planning to move to Tanyao, cutting away the 1-mon. And we have seen him win quite a lot of toy hands as well. So maybe there's a world where we move in that direction as well. But no, yeah, 1-mon out, planning to use the door. It's Blaine who gets the door instead, straight into Ishanten. Speaking of Ishanten on the right Josue, perfect 1 away. It's 2-5 pin or 2-5 so, or one of the pairs to turn into a triplet. No matter how he fills one of those shapes, he will have an open-ended weight, a 2-sided diamond.
Perfect Ishanten.
Across the way, Brendan also would away from Tempai. Less perfect, but nice holding the 3-mon here. Just in case we draw a second copy of the door, we get to use it.
Okay, so we're gonna drop to the west now, picking up our Yaman.
Beach.
I'm curious what you make of this. Because I feel like there's a world where you can drop 5 so to maybe make it another Yaman, but it's kind of late.
Yeah, I think Blaine, though.
Yeah, there's a Ricci here, 2-5 so. With 1.
Don't.
Oh, don't the door actually. And there it is. Dylan.
HP.
If that was from Nicholas, who's currently in first, so not even a bad result here. You can still sumo some hands to actually get everyone under 30k. And things first, shuts down the dealer.
Yeah, this is quite an intense race for second place currently, but Josue has opportunities to take over first, even with a big sumo. So we'll see what this hand looks like. Maybe 2-3-4 Sancho is the value option, but more likely we're just going to end up with a Ricci only, or Ricci Dora if we can draw the 5-mon. Certainly holding the 4-mon connector tile. On the right, this looks pretty fast from Brendan as well towards Atanya, but he really wants to make sure another player is below 30,000 points with him. A lot of sumos will bring Blaine below, so he can aim for that goal. Across the way, kind of slow hand, it looks like, although the Montel acceptance is pretty good. It's kind of interesting we see Nicholas cutting the 1 and the 9-mon, but holding the 3 and the 7. There is the 50-10 potential as we see the 8-mon drawn, but this far away from Tempai, that's not necessarily the worst case scenario. Like we can still redraw 6-9 mon, and if we draw the 6, we even get the Tanya as well. Tanya opportunity. Still have to cut away from the 9-pin pair.
We'll have to see if anyone can get a hand quicker than the dealer, because I feel like if the dealer reaches, probably seeing some folds.
Here's a question for you. Let's imagine that you drew, as the dealer, the 3 mon. What are you cutting?
7, so.
Let's go. That is the correct answer according to the manual. It is not the correct
Or,
answer according to
or,
normal modern.
to, or maybe the 6, so you can stop pre-Richi Suji trap.
Ooh, that's some dedication. I love to see it.
I mean, sometimes you gotta play tricks on your opponents. They never, you gotta keep them on their toes.
Home.
Pin tank. We will see the pawn. Blaine did previously let the east go, so that is not an option
Yeah,
anymore.
so
Oh, I
it's gonna be
see.
a pair only. Oh! Tanchoku Doko?
Exactly. Oh wait, that's dead. The 1 mon's come out twice.
Ah,
It's a very
well,
difficult toy, but it is live.
yep.
In the meantime, Josue did draw the 5 mon, which means we will unfortunately have to sacrifice the 2-4 Sanchoku. Oh. Love to see the triplet. We were talking about this earlier. The triplet, when you have no
Mm-hmm.
pair, really widens
Yeah, and
your tempo
Torianman's
draws.
very, very wide shanten. So we're gonna maybe keep this 5 man for later. 5 man is Dora, but just goes for the 3-6 man. It's actually not a lot of tiles available. There's a few 6 months that you're able to draw.
I'm guessing that part of the reason for the Dama here is
Each.
because he thinks that the 3 or the 6 mon will come out pretty easily. And he doesn't
Or
want
maybe now
to
that there's a
drop below
Ricci, there
plane with
might.
the Ricci stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now what do you do here? Well, yeah, I mean, the 5 man is safe. 3 man is safe against the Ricci, but just gonna push the 5 pin.
Yeah, Brandon's just shoving as
Wants to
well.
win.
9 mon safe.
Well, Brennan has not found tempo in this hand since turn 6. Unfortunate.
8, so this is the first real question. Checking the 6s and 7s out, not that many, so could deal in. Jams it out there, does not want to give up Tempai, is willing to drop into a 3rd place below 30,000 points.
So safe.
Each.
One more tile to draw. Oh, Ricci from Brendan. There's no more draws left, but you can Ricci.
Long.
Oh, and the 16 is gonna come out and deal into the dealer. Ping Dora, 2,900 with extra Ricci stick.
Yes, surely Brendan saw that the other weight would be 50-10, and so decided to go with the 6 mon, even though the 5-8 had a number of tiles discarded. With no draws left, you cannot solo your 50-10 weight, so if you're going for the win, then you gotta take the 5-8 instead.
We have the first repeat. Josue gives him another chance to win a big hand here and go into first. Nicholas really wants this first place
Has
in the demotion zone.
absolute has the opportunity for a faster hand with the south pair. If you get the pull, and then you can just start calling just about anything to get the tempi. But fast hands around the board as well. There's the door shape completed for Blaine. We'll take the Ishanten now, 3-5-5 so. Along with the 6-7 Mon, Diamond, and a pair.
Those Yakuhai not coming out just yet.
curious to see how Brendan will choose to play this hand. Might hold the south for a long time, actually.
Oh, three pin uncle gives a lot of options. There's even a Sanchoku chance here. 5 pin, 4 pin.
Ooh, 4 Pandora connector.
Mm-hmm.
With no pair, certainly a good keep.
Yep. And if you draw the 5 pin, there's a chance for Sanchoku.
Yeah, this hand's turning out to be really good. We'll even preemptively cut 7, so 9. So maybe reading a flush attempt on the right with the
And that would have been senpai for Brandon, but not wanting to, only win a 1,000 point hand and left.
right, looking for at least a Ricci. By the way, Nicholas has now drawn a pair of the east, south, and west. Unfortunately, has dropped the north already, so no troll sushi.
Home.
No sushi in it, but it is gonna pawn the south. That's one Yakuhaya already. If you pawn the west, that's gonna be two.
Onko drawn.
And this now might be double Yakuhaya Toy Toy. Certainly a way to get some more value. Though I think you're perfectly happy with just winning a 1,000 here.
Certainly. But we see the door come out. Blaine wants it, but can't take it. Have to use both copies of the Dora, though. Blaine might have to end up dropping the 5 pin later.
Oh, there it is. He's shouting for the dealer. The mixable sequence I was talking about. Just needs to find a 3-mon, 5, so
Home.
Pawn. Tumon is Tempai on 6-9. Wow, that 9 came out just in time.
it would have been Senpai, but he just wants to draw it himself.
All
Now
right.
Brendan finally finding those Solzu for the Honitsu.
Tempai
Peach.
will cut the Dora. Richidora
Waiting
1.
on 5-mon 9-0. Not a great wait.
Oh, there's the Toy Toy
Something.
shift. Doesn't take it.
Oh,
He's
but
so
doesn't want it.
safe.
Just wants the full efficiency. The 8-0 is safe. Would have been the win, and the 7-mon is gonna deal in the last 7-mon. Ricci, Dora, no Ura. And it's not enough to give Blaine first place. Needed that Ura. Sorry, the second place.
But
That's
it
gonna
is.
be Nicholas in first, Shosway in second, Blaine in third, and Brennan taking fourth.
Another game where the dealerships were really a big deal. Nicholas extending his first dealership for quite a while, built up a huge bank of points, and even though he gave up some of those points later in the second half of the game, Josue coming back, Blaine coming back into the game, Nicholas really did all the work that he needed to in the early portion. He got a big win here, plus 28.4 for him. We can look to the standings and see as they update Josue up to 3.4, extending the lead in first place. 7 firsts at 2 seconds, doing really well here. For the rest of the players, Nicholas moves up out of the relegation zone. Blaine also escapes that area. And I don't know if they're going to continue playing tonight, but I do know that we have another game happening in A1 right now. And
Oh, let's take a look at A1.
yeah, let's do it.
Like there was also a B1 game, right?
Yes.
I'll leave it up to you to decide, actually.
Well, I think Harrison is playing in A1, so.
I don't know if Harrison wants me to commentate his games.
Oh, he does or does not?
I feel like he might know.
I do remember
Maybe,
something happening the last
yeah,
time we commentated. Someone
yeah,
calling an Ura-san. I wonder who that
yeah,
was.
Kate. That was Kate. That was Kate and me. Kate is
No.
right here next to me.
I said, we're good luck. Oh, Boom! We show up and Harrison wins a 2-70.
270, 6,800.
Alright, take me just a moment to swap names over, but our dealer is Harrison. On the right is Aaron. Across the table
Oh
is
my goodness.
David. And on the left is Ari.
Yeah, and this hand for Harrison could be pure straight half flush concealed, depending on the draws, of course. North to west. There's one in West Seat's hand. I think that's David. I'm okay. Wow, finds the 5 so now only needs that 2 so. Oh my god, it finds a 6 so. This is currently shopping for Chinitsu concealed.
How?
Maybe pure straight.
What are these draws?
Needs 7 so and a 2 so. I think that's it. Yeah, that's Tempai. 7 so only. It's pure straight as well.
Reach.
Oh, now has to contend against the Ricci. He's got auto discard. He doesn't actually, but he clicked that so quickly. He's gonna shove everything against this Ricci. 7 so despite
the West Bear off the table. Harrison is Tempai for Chinitsu Itsu for Hanuman.
Oh, we're gonna see some fighting here.
Yep.
On the right, that is also pretty close to a Tempai. Still needs to find solidify, rather, a pair. Aaron, though,
7-8 months does not come bad after those 6 months are cut, but chooses the 4 pin instead. Seeing as 2 5 pins are on the table, I mean on the hand, and 3 pins as well. 4 pin is quite safe.
Going with the 6 pins, that does make the 3 pin Suji, and Aaron's got 3 copies.
What do you take here, though? I think the widest one is 8 so or 6 8 so, I think, right?
8 so feels like a really natural cut here, but it's actually 3-6-9 where you're holding a lot of the 3s and 6s. But this is a really tough read to make.
Oh my goodness! What now?
Yeah, 6 so is really fun right there because you guarantee the Itsu get. Oh, it missed that.
So there's still 9 so out there. The Ricci player can draw. More 6 so's.
Only 1 copy. Oh, the 2 so again. The 6 so just wasn't safe against this Ricci, so you have to balance, taking a wide weight with.
Especially when you have, 3 of the 3 so's, you can expect that a lot of the hands are not going to have the 3-6, so you're going to be waiting on the 3-6.
This is wild. Only Harrison has draws on the wall, but there's only 1. So only Harrison has draw on the wall. Most calls here are just shooting 10, so
can't do it.
Relies on the draw, cannot find it. Aaron out, so no win for any of these players. Wow.
Harrison, unfortunately, not quite able to finish that Chinitsu, but nice hand here on the dealer repeat. 3rd repeat, by the way. 1 Ricci stick on the table. Chance of Ipeco.
Just wakes up with Ipeco opportunity and a Dora. Maybe we end up cutting the 8-9 pin in the future and move this to Tanya. We also have Aaron on the right opening up quickly towards a flush. Haven't even had the opportunity to look at the score line here, but I see that David is in the lead again. No one has been able to stop him this season. Not even our back-to-back A1 division winner has been able to stop David. Oh, is this time? No, June 1st.
But surely there are a lot of draws here that will make you go Honitsu. Oh. Instead, now we might draw into Toy Toy Son Uncle. But it's just down on the 5-8.
Harrison's got to drop one of these. It's probably the 8. God.
A cod?
We'll drop the 8 first.
Don't.
Actually, pretty good for him.
Yeah. Not cutting before the dealing. Good.
I guess
And
we
you're
were
on the soft floor.
Aaron East pair as the dealer. 5 Mondora, none held except for Ari across the table. Ari really needs to get a Mongon here about, so one Dora makes that possible. As long as you have a Dora, you have a hope at a Mongon. Because you always have Richi, Tsumo, Dora, Ura. That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be cutting that 5-cell from the 5-7. Too many blocks for David. David, of course, just wants to win his can as quickly as possible to shut this down. First place.
Also knowing David, he's also thinking, how can I extract the most amount of points from this game that I can? So he's trying to build a 5,200 point hand to hit Aaron with.
David right now currently dominating the A1 division. First place with 249.
Harrison trying to find a Mongon. If he can win 8,000 points and get over 30,000, he will at least earn positive points. And if he can sumo that, that will actually put him ahead of Aaron. He even lets the Hatsu go.
Chi.
Second Hatsu.
Yep, just
Let's it go. It's either Chitoi or Tanyao Sanchoku. Okay, not Chitoi. Maybe Tanyao Sanchoku.
okay, picks up the one on triplets, and now got that perilous Ishantan as we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm so happy that it's shown up 3 times over the course of this day. Really get to hammer in the point. It's so strong.
Wow, a very nice Ishantan here for David. So many tells get into Tempai.
Ari as well with Chitoi possibilities.
Harrison Sanchoku, the best kind.
6-1, no good for Harrison.
Needs, I mean, quite a wide Ishantan shape actually. 3-cell, 4-cell, 6-cell, 5-cell, 8-pin. It's all Tempai for Sanchoku.
Just after David cuts the 7-pin, immediately draws the 6 back. It's okay, still pretty wide Ishantan. Oh no, and a 7.
It's back again.
Can't win. Oh, it's Chitoi Tempai for Ari. This is it. With Dora 2, Tanyao Chitoi, Dora 2 is the Mongon to overtake Harrison for 3rd place.
6-1 is once caught.
Oh no, 3rd Dora, that's gotta come out. Fortunately for Ari, Aaron wasn't Tempai yet. Well, now he is.
Tempai on 3-6-0.
Richi.
Gonna be in Tempai for David. Just gonna go for it. 1-4-man. 1-man just came out.
Ari
now Richi shades from Ari.
And question. Oh, but that's Sumo.
2 Richi sticks. 8-1. 5,000 points now. Potentially challenging David's lead.
Yeah, the gap here 6,100. So with the home bond, Aaron just needs to win a 3-han hand, any 3-han hand. It will at least tie, if not overtake. I shouldn't say any. There's 320 considerations, but any 330 plus. Red Dragon Dora, none present in any of these hands. Harrison already.
Shantan picks up an even wider Shantan now.
It's got a possibility
Maybe the third Sanchoku. Yeah, if you draw the 6-cell, ideally, right, for Tonyo, we can also draw 9-1.
And the condition has changed now for Harrison. He no longer has that Mongun Sumo or Mongun Roan into 30 place. So, sorry, into 30,000 points. So he might
Mm-hmm.
just try to win a hand, any hand, to make sure he at
Well,
least
I
stays
mean,
at 30.
if Harrison is chasing a Ricci and Sumo's Among Us, it's enough. The Ricci stick puts you above 30k.
That's true. If someone else throws a Ricci stick in, Harrison can collect. As is the one home ball will put him at 29.9. So unfortunate. We'll see David open again. He now has the incentive of just shutting down the game because Aaron's close behind.
Oh, there it is. Do you want to just go for this Ricci Painful? I think Harrison's gonna wait for the 9-1 upgrade. There's only one left though.
Oh, he gets it though. Wait one turn. Okay, now Ricci.
Guaranteed, yeah, guaranteed Sanchoku. 1-4 pan.
Tempa for David, he'll jam. The only hesitation
Yeah.
there was deciding whether to cut the 6-pin, wait for the Gembutsu 7-pin or not.
If someone chased Ricci's, that would be enough for Harrison to go over 30.
Also with Ricci, Sumo, Pinfu, Sanchoku. Oh,
Oh, no, one comes off from
no.
Ari.
Hesitates and says,
Harrison got a
I have to
30K.
take it. I can't aim. Maybe we got 2? No. No Uda anyway, so it's never going to be the Hanuman to get over, but that's still okay. It's a minus 0.1, or sorry, 5.1 for Harrison. Certainly better than what the scoreline looked as we entered the game, but Aaron with a plus 14.4 in second, and David, another first place, continues to waltz all over the A1 division. By the way, I should change our overlay so everyone could see it. It is indeed A1 game. That was game 3. But yeah, this is domination this season, that's for sure. It wasn't the positives, but still relatively safe here in this division. It looks like actually there might be a game missing from the scores because I know I don't have this many points. I should be lower. Okay, looking to the logs, the calendar, we've got another game from this A1 table. So we only got to see a partial game from this third, but I
I
think
will have to go in about 30 minutes for the podcast. But we'll be here until then.
okay. Yeah, these stats are kind of crazy. 6,500 average win, only 10% deal in the EV of 14.15. Not even the most participation rate either, only 55.6. Very much in the very average zone, but we see super high Ricci percentage, 23.2 is the highest of the players. Oh no, not quite. One of the higher ones of the players that have played more than 3 games. So David definitely aiming more to stay closed and build the big value here, and see that all the stats are reflecting that. They should be starting any second now, so let's hop over for game number 4.
Ari, how did you decide for the Chinitsu hand instantly? I see shapes when I close my eyes when I'm trying to fall asleep, and they're usually very complex Chinitsu shapes. Because for some reason my brain likes to do this sort of puzzle in order to fall asleep too. So I think about complex Shinizu shapes quite often. But yeah, here we go. Ari is the first dealer. Aaron gonna be the second dealer, Harrison the third, and David gonna be the fourth dealer. Dora's 3-pin, dealer has one of them.
The only player with Dora so far. It looks like relatively middling hands for all the players. No one has the best shapes just yet, although Aaron fills in his worst shape. So that means that he's got the lead on the right. 3-pin draw would be insane right about now. There are also a couple onkos held by some players. Harrison with the 1 Mon triplet already. Just working with the 8-9 Mon Penchant and the 4-6-8 pin Yankon shape. That's the weak blocks in the hand. David also with a triplet, this of the 4 so, but that could be treated more as a pair in a sequence.
Let's see, depends on the draw.
Ooh, Aaron actually choosing to cut away from the 5-pin here in favor of holding the east. We are in the middle of the second row, and it hasn't come out yet. But maybe he believes he can draw it and then get this interesting Champong weight on the Suji trapped 2-pin and the east, although the east did come out once.
There's one in
Eat.
dealer's hand. And now we just see the Ricci. It's a 2-5-8. The 8-mon is Ipeiko as well. Pure double sequence.
Yeah, could expect to get Tempai with that extended Mon shape, but did lose out on sub draws, including the 4-pin, which works towards the Dora. Does, though, indeed get that Mon Tempai, that big Tempai there as well. I think all of the 5 Mon are held, but held or discarded. There's a 1 copy of the 2 Mon and 1 copy of the 8 Mon. So not as many tiles as you would expect for such a big weight.
Oh, a very nice shot in here for David. One from Sancho for 6.
It would not ever be surprised to see
Oh,
David
there it is.
chase.
Finds it.
Ooh, plays the
Come on,
safe
Mon.
option, though.
Yeah, you can still upgrade here.
We could see a double roll on the 8 Mon.
I don't know if any of these players is dropping the 8-mon, but the dealer might, if they get the Tempai. There's still one draw left. Drop 5, so yep. No more Ponchoku, but you get to keep Tempai. Figures, what are the odds I'm actually going to win this hand, right?
Right.
If you draw the 8-mon, you do win.
With this few draws remaining, it looks like David just wants to secure a Tempai at the end, doesn't necessarily need to get the win anymore. That's exactly what will happen.
No Tempai for the dealers. Yep.
2 players Tempai, David picking up 1500, Aaron picking up 1500, and as you say, the dealership will move on to Aaron in East 2. White Dragon Dora, 1 copy on the right in Harrison's hand, 1 on the left for the stack. That's Ari.
Yep, and a south pair as well. Maybe this hand can be a Chanta with the White Dragon as a pair. 3 pawn the south. Could work.
Yeah, South not Yakuhai here, so Chanta definitely on the radar as an option to be able to open this hand and still have a Yaku.
Right. You can always just, make it a close hand, but being able to open the hand and still win with Dora is always nice.
David, interesting choice there. The 3 so has some utility as like a Peiko opportunity. I think was considering cutting the pay pair actually. Oh, just eats the door. It just came out from Ari. Good timing because Harrison is angling towards that door Tonki. And now it's twice cut. It's not going to necessarily stop him per se, but it is definitely trickier now. Oh, now it's impossible. So we will see the Haku.
Yep, and just a nice shot in here for Harrison. Can recoup some of those points lost from the Noten.
Chantai Shantan for Ari. Needs 3
Tempai for
pin.
Harrison. 4 pin only.
There's that force, so the backfire, unfortunately, for David could be Tempai now. Tanyo Ipeiko P125 mon. Ooh, Tonki. Little
Harrison finds the
Tonki.
Tunky 3 pin.
Alright, David.
Oh, and there's a Rigi. It's a 3-6 Northway. So 3 pin that Harrison has in hand is currently dangerous.
Oh, and this is so tough. I think you just have to jam the 9 pin here.
Yeah, the A-mon doesn't look that great.
Yeah, Amon looks terrible.
Yeah. Whenever I see a Rigi 4 like this, I'm always I'm always terrified of the 5-8. Seven's so safe. Doesn't have to push the 3 pin yet.
Alright, goes south, 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 and somehow still has a chance at hitting a Tempai.
Home.
Tempai for our dealer here, Aaron finds Tempai on 8-5 mon. 5 mon is safe. So now Harrison might drop this 8 mon. Oh, the 3 pin comes out.
Yeah, the 4 pin Poln is what's sold that 3-weight. It gave one chance, it gave a shot, but David did have that one chance 4 pin in hand. Fortunately, it wasn't for that much value, so oops, Harrison not really getting that punished. We'll get his chance as the dealer in East 3.
Let's see what Harrison can do now. Harrison, we've seen some huge hands from Harrison. So now is the moment. Dora is the 4-so. You can use it. 3-so connects. White dragon pair, green dragon pair on the left, and a red dragon as well. So interesting to see if the red dragon is paired up.
This is a bit of an interesting poem from David. We were just talking about what a closed playstyle he has, the big Ricci rate, and yet in this instance he chooses to make this really preemptive poem of the 3-mon, saying I've got the blocks for Tanyao. I just need to find one more, and even chooses to let the 3-so chi pass because he thinks he can finish that shape later, and gets rewarded by filling the middle 5 pin.
Yeah, I like the 3-mon pawn because it can be very helpful to speed up the hand, and you only need one pair, right? And I like skipping the 3-so as well because I feel like you should call mostly your worst shapes so that you don't end up in a situation where you've called 3 times and you're tempai for 1 han, and then suddenly the dealer reaches and you're in a very sticky spot. Shotgun for Sanchoku for Harrison. Let's see a guaranteed Sanchoku before. There it is. Pawns to tempai. 1 8 pin got on the board already, and one on the left. Tempai on the green as well, which is being held by Ari.
Ari holding both dealer tiles, could also in the future drop the 1 pin as well. We'll have David match the tempai. Oh, that cheese the 8 pin into Ari's hand. Drops the green dragon instead, and that will be Aaron's winner. Hatsu, the Haku, and one door off 3. 9.
2 Yakuhais and Adora. I think there was a repeat counter as well. No, wait, there wasn't, right?
It has escaped my memory.
Wait a second. I think we've seen this before. 2 pairs of dragons on the left and a pair and a red.
Oh, that's pretty fancy. I wonder how many dragons are being held by other players. Oh, the reds are all in the wall? Interesting.
The white is in the wall as well.
And Harrison can't even use all of these tiles. He just has too many mon tiles. He can go for the Yakuman with the 4-mon, 2-mon.
The 3 pin is also Dora, so currently holding on to that as well.
Alright, white dragon out. Palm, 3 pin.
Drops drops a 3 pin, yep.
And now we're on a timer. Now we're going to see if Harrison can draw a red dragon or if he draws tempai first. Honestly.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, Palm. Tonki.
Tonki on the red.
Surely. Could 4-mon, 2-mon.
Paul
Okay,
might be okay. No,
he's not that
I'm gonna be
crazy.
waiting on there. I mean, this is a huge hand already.
Yeah.
It's
Yakuha
Hanuman.
Yakuha Hoitsu. Shosangen for Hanuman. Teased us a little bit though. There's the chin.
And
And
the
then
red comes out.
Ari says, I would
Oh,
rather drop the Dora than cut the red dragon.
so true. One away for the dealer. Has Dora in hand. Unfortunately, Ari is completely out of the sand now with this red dragon in hand. Cannot risk it.
I wonder if there's a set of draws that could encourage you to push. Probably not. You already dropped the Dora even, so looks like Ari is going to respect Harrison's Tempai. And also, David has been trying to push without uh, giving up any of these Mon tiles. Dropped the safe 3 Mon instead of holding for the Diabin shape, and also did not cheat a 5 pin into Tempai, even though it's Tayandora 1, because that would involve cutting a Mon tile. So he's going to try to get the 5 Mon and wait on a pin tile or really anything other than anything that does not involve cutting a Mon. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Pinu, you can't really wait on the Dora because there's no more of them. Wow, not even gonna cut the 6 Mon. It's not worth the risk. You never know if Harrison just has the red pair. It's currently on a 2 side away.
Exactly. Also, there's that late Tadashi 2 Mon, which is confusing. Unclear what that means. Can David draw a Mon tile that connects to the 6? Or get a call? Chanta
Shanta's still sunken.
should just throw the
Don't think
1
this
back.
boosts at all.
Okay, this is acceptable
Who's
as
the
well.
red? The red was halting.
It's a good thing David did not call one more time because that would have been Harrison's
Wait,
draw.
if the 4 Mon came out and there was a pawn, that would have been
Oh, it
Harrison's
should have
now.
been the. You're right. You're right. Because David definitely would have pulled for Tempai. And that gives Harrison a draw. It gives him the Tsumo.
I don't actually see the pawn though. I feel like it might just be a fold because you don't want to give Harrison high day.
I'm pretty confident David would pull.
Well, then in that case it would be Paimon because you get high day Chanta.
Yeah, you're right. The Haite and the Chanta. Insane stuff there. Yeah, I'll have to ask
High
David
day
about that
Chanta
later and
Honitsu
find out
Chosangen.
because he had been playing that hand with the, you know, the appearance of I'm going to try to get any tempo that I can. But if you call and give the scary hand at the table, the potential Yakuman, one more draw, that is something that you can actually choose not to do, even if it means you're losing points. So that is definitely a tough decision, and I'm very curious what he actually would have chosen. This is a great hand for Ari, though, as the dealer, Doratsu. Filling the worst shape of the hand that's actually really tough when you fill your worst shape, because then you have to decide which of your good shapes to get rid of later.
By the way, what is the meta surrounding, the Dora Dragon in A1? Do people discard it or do they just hold on?
I think for the most part, people play it really classic. Um, you hold it until it becomes inefficient to drop it, and then you drop it. Unless it gets too late, and then you can't drop it, and then you just hold it forever. There are some players
Yeah,
that will
take it to your case.
like hold it forever. There are a couple players that will hold it forever until Tempai and then drop it, and you
Hmm.
can rely on them
Hmm.
to push it when they get to Tempai. But for the most part, I
I feel
think
like
players are willing to drop it when it becomes efficient.
a league format that makes sense. I feel like in tournaments, I've definitely gotten a few backfires where someone summoned a manga, and then because of that, I didn't get to, get my first. So I feel like in tournaments, I tend to try to keep it if I can, even if it, sinks my own hand.
Yeah, definitely interesting to think about. Well, whatever rule or system that you use for Ladora, it's going to change, I think, depending on the circumstance that you're using it, tournament or
Alright,
otherwise.
there it
Oh,
is. Standby for the dealer. Stamos on the Green Dragon.
yeah. So here the 3-mon is dead, and if you reach it, you're probably not going to ever see the green dragon. If you sumo it, you're at least getting Mongong anyway. So it's going to try to hope that someone's holding it till Tempai and dropping it, like I was talking about, or improve the weight. Well, now that there's a Riichi, you can expect to see the green dragon come out from the Riichi player, so the chase does happen.
This is Mongo regardless, right? Unless you somehow Ipatsu or Flipora. I guess if it's Sumo, it's Hanamon.
I'm probably hoping for that big sumo. It is in the wall, actually, both copies. Harrison's still hanging on, but there's the 6, and that's going to be David shutting it down with the cheap hand. I said cheap before looking at the Uda. Probably shouldn't have, but doesn't need any more.
Oh, but Ari here, didn't win that Green Dragon hand, but now the North Stora, and Ari is in the North seat.
Holding one copy. No one else has any, so could easily pair that up and even get a triplet. We are in the South round, so the South pair for Aaron is Yakuhai, who can open up this hand. Also 4 pairs though, so we'll see what happens here. This is super awkward for Harrison. 3, 4, 6, 6, 7, 7. Can use the 5-mon 3 times. If you trim off a 6 and a 7, you could theoretically build Itsu.
Home.
Are we gonna go ahead and pawn the 8-pin? Maybe looking at a Toy Toyan or just hoping for that South pawn.
Home.
Yeah, I think a big part of that pawn is exactly as you said. There is a Toy Toy backup, so it doesn't have to be Tanyao or doesn't have to rely on the South. I mean, there is a world where you can draw 3 copies of the 8 and get Sancho Kodoko. Gets the Tempai here for the South.
Yep. South currently in Harrison's hand with Dylan.
From the other player's perspective, unlikely to be a flush because of the early 2-5 pins. So you're thinking Tanyao, Toy Toy, Yakuhai, always a possibility. If it's Toy Toy especially. And that's also where you look to the Dora. Whenever there's a Toy Toy possibility, you're concerned that there's Dora 2 or 3 in that hand. Uchitoi Tempai, which weight will Harrison take? South. Dama. It's awkward because South is his win, so if he reaches on it, players might not drop it. How about twice cut Chun?
Reach.
No, someone could reach.
Dom.
And
It's
he
hard
pops
to get
it.
it back from the dealer.
Oh,
Richie popped it. She toy.
it did not even show us. We'll get the instant replay, maybe? Okay, we get the
Yeah, there we
replay,
go.
thankfully. What would the Uda? Yeah, so Aaron draws the Dora here. Oh, does it freeze? So is it still not going to show us? Oh, there we go.
Dom.
Oh, taking the score. 8,900. Okay, 29. Richie pops a cheap buy. Nora, 6,400.
Yeah, it's always weird. Like, surely they don't have the South. I'm holding 2 of them. What are the odds? Harrison now in first place, just barely edging out David for the lead. Maybe a flush here. Sozu is the Dora suit, and the rest of the shapes are really poor. It looks like Harrison is just trying to play pretty naturally at the moment.
I mean, if your hand is going to be slow, might as well make it slow and valuable, right?
Yeah, I definitely would be leaning towards the flush, keeping that option open. On the right, Tanya possible. We saw David make some aggressive calls earlier this game. We'll see if he does the same.
Interesting here. Drawing the 5-mon and then the 1-mon. So now there's even some chances of getting some more uncles here.
Is Harrison actually a Cheetoy genius?
Maybe.
Back to back to back pair draws. All these tiles that I might have discarded already have become pairs in his hand. Here's the second south. Is Ari going to call here? No, lets it go.
It'll be interesting to see if a 5-mon were to come out. If Harrison would pawn it. It's currently 2 of them on the left here. Aaron could discard one.
Cheetoy
And
shut that.
Harrison, 1 eye for Cheeto, yeah? You can also pawn these.
Ooh, second Dora indicator for Aaron. That's interesting because he also has Cheetoy options. Shape's locked in for David now. One away from Tempai for Tanyao. Ooh, the Tora. Well, you probably have to drop it now. Yeah, good. Drop it sooner rather than later in this instance.
Oh, there it is. Harrison finds Tempai. Dora to Cheeto. I can only wait on the 9, so I think maybe deciding whether to reach here or not.
It could
It's gonna
also.
bellow.
Reach.
Or are you thinking maybe Toy Toy?
Pon.
Pulled into Tempai, 2-mon jam. David waits 5-8 mon. Ari waits 6-9 mon. Ape and safe. Could wait on it. Oh, if you think that's coming out from a pair, it's really
Yeah.
tempting.
Reach.
Which wait though? He has 3 Dora blockers. Says I cannot drop the 9. So and gets the Ipatsu.
No.
There
I need
was
Cheeto Cheeto Dora too. That's gonna be a Hanuman from Harrison.
at least. Okay, no, there was only one copy in the wall, and he found it on Ipatsu. Wow,
The timing.
insanity.
And now Harrison, 55,300. A huge first.
I feel like ever since we booted up the games, Harrison has just been winning. I think we are good luck.
Just don't get kid on the mic.
All right, another hand that looks well. This looks at least at the start better than the last one. It has Itsu opportunity. Could just be a regular Pifu. Maybe could use a Dora as well on the right. That also looks pretty speedy and has the Dora already. Probably not going to be something like Chinitsu, but 345 Sanchoku could be a possibility.
Chi.
On the left, a flux play there, the 1-2-3 Manchi gives 1-2-3 Sanchoku. It also gives the Yakuhai call. Actually, looks
Yeah,
like
also
it's
goes well for the Honitsu if you happen to draw many of them.
right? We also have a Sanchoku call across the way for Ari. 6-7-8. Looking for a 7-pin and then so tile. Well, fake Tempai there for Aaron. It is Tempai, but no Yaku.
Pon.
Now we'll get the
And that's gonna be
4.
Tempai.
I was thinking about cutting the 2-mon ahead of the 1-pin, but ends up in the same place. Looking for that Dora draw. Unfortunately, not going to get it.
I feel like you should probably keep the 2-mon because if you do draw the 2-mon, then you have a very real chance of Honitsu.
I guess
But
if you
Dora-
are really dreaming big value, then that's a possibility.
Ishantan for mixed triple sequence 789 for Harrison.
I love it. Everyone's going for Sanchoku. Oh, David could have been Sanchoku Tempai if he believed.
There are quite a few 7-pins to be drawn.
No.
Oh, and this is going to be big too. There's Dora 2 in that hand.
Daniel Sanchoku Dora 2. The Ari comes back with the Mangan. 10,000 points. And, sinking Aaron a little bit makes it harder to come back in third. Makes it easier, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, hitting Aaron directly is huge for Ari. That gives Mangan Sumo out of last place. So that was a massive hit, and this is a Mangan potential as well on the right. So we'll keep an eye on that. David, though, as the dealer, doesn't want second place. He wants a first place, and he has a pretty good hand as well. Has a lot of ground to make up, just under 20,000 points. But as the dealer, you can keep winning and winning and winning until you've overtaken and then win some more. Conditions for Harrison, of course, end David's dealership and win as many points as you can while doing so. And for Aaron, unless you win a Hanuman, you're not getting over 30,000 points. So just make sure that you don't drop to last. If that means winning, just winning any hand, so be it.
Okay, it looks like David might find a rich painful hand.
One pin no go. Two so Anko. Could be Tanya. That would make the Bankan easier. Reach small. Dora Tanya would do it without Ura. Alright, went away.
Maybe cheat that too, con that too, so for some more value.
Aaron with the three so cut is unusual. I wonder if that was a misclick or if he's actually just folding.
Can't imagine it's a fold on in third place in the middle row.
Alright, in the meantime, David, two away from Tempai as the dealer. And Harrison building pairs again.
Yeah. David's still just looking for that painful hand, but could end up in Tanya now. That 2-man pair, 4-man, triple 5G.
Yep.
Looks like that's what's going to be the plan. It's going to go for the repeat. Needs at least 10
G.
Harrison holds 8 Tempai, but no Yaku. And Aaron, Chito
By
Ishanta.
6 spin, cannot win.
Plays the 7. A little bit of a better tile to cut because the 4 mod is close to the Dora and the dealer showing Tanya.
There it is. Finally, Arya finds Senpai.
Reach.
Gotta send it.
1 4-mon. Does have Dora in hand.
There's 0 1 mons and 2 copies of the 4 mon. Or wants the 4 anyway. Tempai for David.
He's gonna fold. Tempai for David, yeah. 4-mon only.
Also on the 4 mon. They're both looking for it.
G.
Harrison cheese back into Tempai, winning on 7 so only.
But that gives the draw to Ari instead of David. And that's going to be the Mangan for the overtake.
Richitsumo Tanya Dora Mangan. And yeah, it does overtake Aaron. That earlier Mangan, back-to-back Mangan.
Yeah, what a huge she by Harrison. Because otherwise, David is winning 2,000 all there and snatching up the stick, and Harrison has to fight again. But this way confirms first place for Harrison, plus 38.3, and also gives Ari the third, minus 16.7, but saves some points. Aaron takes minus 28.3, but a respectable fourth. And David will have to be content with a mere second place.
I'm sure he's okay with that. Setting at 286 points in total.
Is this a halfway record? Like, we are done with session 3 for this group, so David is locked in close to 300. At this rate, if he continues, could finish over 500 points.
David is on fire.
unstoppable at the moment. It's the live update of the standings. Again, David at the top, 8220. Xiangyu closest behind with only 3 games played, by the way. That's crazy. Maybe Xiangyu to have an even wilder run up to the top. We'll have to wait and see as those games get played. For Harrison, that big win is going to put him up to 5th place at 37.5, which normally a pretty respectable number early on in the season, but yeah, after only 8 games played. However, when you look what everyone else is doing up at the top, looks like you'll be contending for 2nd place at best. And
Yeah,
then
I mean, that was Harrison's chance to knock down David. Managed to get out of first in there, but well, David just winning so much.
not only winning, but also staying out of trouble. Just that dealing rate's going down every single game. Aaron and Ari still kind of middle of the pack so far. Safe for now, but it's really tightly contested in the negatives here. So should be a fun battle as we continue the A1 division throughout the rest of the season.
All right, I think that will be it for me. I don't know if there's more games,
I
but
think that's it
uh,
for the night. There was a pretty short day, not a lot happening on the calendar, but thanks so much for hopping in, Irie.
thank you so much for commentating with me, Nathaniel, and for hosting the broadcast.
Absolutely. Thanks to the viewers also for tuning in. There were some very fun games. Don't forget that
Hmm.
if you want to participate in the American Ricci Mahjong League for upcoming seasons, check out our website, americanricci.org. You could register for the summer session. And we are approaching June. I believe June 14th, I want to say, is the deadline, something along those lines. So still some time before you have to worry about that too much. But just want to keep that on your radar. Also, if you want to check out our socials, our YouTube channel, at American Ricci is where you want to go for that. Catch all of the previous broadcasts as well as, well, this one. If you want to rewatch the VOD, especially for one of the players, you want to see what happened in your game from other players' perspectives with live commentary, or I guess maybe not live commentary anymore, but it would be a great place to check those out. So, thanks again to everyone that was involved with this stream. ID for casting, John in the production booth, grabbing clips for us. And to the viewers, once again, we'll see you next Wednesday for the continuation of Session 3.
All right, everybody, have a good night.